Hey guys, happy Monday. How's it going today? Hope you're having a great start to your week. This week we are doing all meal prep recipes. This is something that I love to do because first of all, we're going to be cooking all week. So all week we're going to be doing live cooking shows at 1 o'clock Central right here on the Facebook group, and hopefully the streaming connection right now is okay. So please let me know in the comments if the stream is coming through okay, guys, because I'm seeing a couple of glitches on my side. So I'd really appreciate that. But all week we're going to be talking about meal prep recipes. And today we're going to be focusing on really quick and easy breakfast recipes. If you're on my stories at all, you'll see that I had asked you guys what kind of recipes you wanted to see. And one of them was breakfast recipes and another one was smoothie recipes. So I'm going to start off with a really quick and easy smoothie recipe that you can actually meal prep. So I'm pretty excited about that. Guys, once again, if you could pop into the comments and just let me know if the stream is coming through okay, I'd really appreciate it because I just want to make sure that everything's working properly. Hey, Jackie! Jackie, just let me know, is the stream coming through okay? Because I'm kind of worried because it's really glitchy right now. Okay, so first of all, I just wanted to say today we're going to be making two recipes. One is going to be the smoothie that we'll start off with. And the second recipe is going to be a really quick and easy breakfast. It's going to seem like very fancy, but it's actually going to make it's actually going to take about 2 minutes to make. So I'm super excited because who hasn't walked into the kitchen in the morning and been like, what am I going to eat? I am starving. I need to eat something. So these are literally my go-to recipes for breakfast time. And the first is going to be a smoothie. So we're going to start off by making a creamy strawberry smoothie. And this is something you can meal prep because we get to get one of our handy little Ziploc bags and we can actually put a bunch of the smoothie ingredients into the bag, pop it into the freezer so that whenever you feel like a smoothie, whether it be breakfast or whether it be at lunchtime, like if you need a really quick lunch, or even at snack time or as dessert, you can just pull one of these out of your freezer, add in your liquids into the blender, and then blend it up for a really quick and easy snack or meal. So to start off with, we need some beautiful strawberries. Look at these strawberries, guys. They are gigantic. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to start chopping them up. And really, when I do this in the morning times for smoothies, if I'm doing fresh strawberries, I don't even really cut them up. But for the little baggie that we're going to be using for our smoothies later on in the week, I'm going to just chop them up into dices. It's just like roughly diced. And we're probably going to need, these are such gigantic strawberries, we probably just need 2 of these to make about a half of a cup. Can you hear the kids fighting? They're very considerate of the fact that I'm doing it live. So I'm just going to quickly chop these up, and these have already been washed. And I'm just popping them into my little Ziploc bag right here. And then to go with it, well, actually, I need to make my blender one at the same time because this is actually one of my techniques is when you're making something that you're going to have now, make something that you can have later. So I'm going to grab a couple more of these just ridiculously large strawberries and pop them into my blender. The next thing we're going to add is some chia seeds. So chia seeds are just like a little brown seed that's actually packed with so many nutrients. It's got tons of fiber. It's got tons of protein and omega-3s in it. So they're literally just little seeds. I'm going to add a tablespoon here to the blender and add a tablespoon into our little baggie because they can freeze no problem. So there you go. And then what we want to add in is some protein. Now I'm going to be using protein powder today. You can use whichever one. Hey, Anne! Oh my gosh, you guys. I have to just give a shout out to Anne right now. So Anne sent me the most beautiful flowers today as like a beautiful friend gift. And I have to say, Anne, they are the most beautiful flowers. Hold on. We're going to just take a pause on the cooking so I can show you guys. Okay, they're right here next to me in the kitchen. Oh, I mean, you guys, look at these flowers. Aren't they beautiful? So that's what Anne sent me today, and I just love them. They smell incredible. Oh, that's going to be in your way. Hold on, let me put them here. Okay, I'll put them away later, but I love them, Anne. Thank you so much. Okay, So back to the smoothies. We've got our strawberries and our chia seeds in here, and we're talking about protein. So I'm going to be using a vanilla protein powder. You could obviously use whatever protein powder that you have because there's so many different kinds on the market. And we're going to put 1 serving of the protein powder into our blender. So for this particular one, which is the Own brand, it's 2 scoops for 1 serving. And in 1 serving, you have 20 grams of protein, which is a huge amount of protein, which is really awesome. And I'm not actually going to add this into our baggie that we're going to save for later. This is something that I would add in later. And if you didn't want to use protein powder, then by all means use something else that has a pretty high protein content because that's going to help you to feel really full. So things like Greek yogurt or even tofu are a really great option because they blend up so well. Both of them will give a really creamy consistency to your smoothie, and it's just a great alternative if for some reason you don't want to use protein powder or you can't find it, but you still want to have a really big boost of protein in the morning, which is going to help you feel full for longer. And obviously, too, if you're working out in the morning, it's going to be really great to help your muscles repair and grow. So the other thing we're going to add in is a little bit of, coconut oil. So coconut oil is going to be our healthy fat here, and I'm just going to add in about half a tablespoon into the blender, and you can add the coconut oil into your little baggie for your smoothie tomorrow, and I'm just going to put it in there, just like that. And then the last thing we're going to add, actually this is going to be the last thing we add into our little baggie that we'll save for later that you can freeze. And what I think is so cute too is that literally this is a bag with Olaf on it from Frozen. I mean, could that not be more perfect? So that's your little baggie that you would freeze, and when you feel like a smoothie, you just pull it out, put it into your blender, add your protein powder and your liquids, and then blend it up. So today for our liquids, we're going to be adding in some almond milk. You could also use water, you could use normal milk, use whatever you have. I like how this adds a really creamy consistency to the blender, to the smoothie. So I'm going to add about a cup of that into our blender. And then because I want it to be really cold and icy, I'm going to add in some ice. So this is I'm going to add in probably about half a cup of ice. Really do it to your liking. If you want it to be really thick, like a thick shake, add more ice. If you want it to be less icy and more thin, like a drinkable consistency, then don't add as much ice. Totally up to you. And then all we're going to do now is pop the lid on and blend it. So my blender is behind me. So guys, cover your ears. It's going to be a little bit loud for about a minute, but it's going to make a really delicious smoothie. So 1 second. Oh yeah. Okay, so I have my glass ready. This is going to be so good for me because this is literally going to be my lunch later. And I'm going to add it into this glass. And I still have some chunks of ice in there, but it's going to be really good. So nevertheless, don't worry about it. No big deal. And there you have it. Our beautiful strawberry smoothie. You can't really tell from the color, but it's like a really like pinky berry colored. It's really good. Yes, this is a Vitamix. So the Vitamix is just like a high-powered blender. So it just blends up things really quickly and at a really high power for sure. So anytime you want to do like some people do nut butters in their Vitamix because it's so strong, it can really blend up all of those nuts into a nut butter consistency. So that is what the Vitamix does, and I love it for smoothies because it makes everything so thinly mushed together, basically, that you can't even tell that there's like, if I put kale in smoothies, you can't even tell that there's kale in there. So, bottoms up. Oh my gosh, the strawberries are so good in there. Yum. Okay, so that's going to be part of my lunch. Let me clean up a little bit over here and show you what our next recipe is going to be. So literally, that smoothie, when you take out your little baggie from the freezer, is going to take you 2 minutes to whip up. That's going to be a super quick breakfast or snack. So good. Okay, so my next one is using something that we made last week. If you guys saw the live from Friday, we did a really cool thing. We used the sous vide, which is like a little machine. It's like a a machine that heats up the water in a pot so that you can cook things at a really low temperature for a long time. And it makes the food so tender and delicious, kind of like what you would get at a restaurant. But we use the sous vide to make some eggs. These are my soft-boiled eggs from last Friday. And I wanted to show you why this is such a great option. This is so versatile. We're going to use it to make something really quick and easy for breakfast. You could obviously just have one of these eggs as a snack with a little bit of salt or pepper. So good. You could chop it up and put it into an egg salad. You could make like a little eggs benedict with some of these soft-boiled eggs on top. It would be so good. You can even add this to your salads. I mean, just an awesome way to add a little bit more extra protein to anything that you're making, and that's what we're going to do here today. So we're going to make a really quick and easy avocado rice cake topped with our soft-boiled eggs, and we're going to top that with some everything bagel seasoning. This is some of my favorite seasoning because it's so delicious, so savory tasting. It tastes just like an everything bagel, but without all of the bread. So I have a couple of rice cakes here. These are just plain rice cakes, no flavoring or anything like that. First step is to grab an avocado. So all I'm going to do is halve the avocado, and I'm going to do this on my cutting board. Oh, you can kind of see it here. Okay, yep. So I'm just going to halve my avocado here, just carefully going around the avocado with my knife so that I can cut it in half. Ooh. And I'm just going to use a spoon and take about a tablespoon of avocado per rice cake and put it onto the rice cake. And then I'm just going to spread it out so that it can smear all over the delicious rice cake. And this would be such a good lunch too if you wanted to add like some extra turkey, if you have turkey lunch meat, which I always have that for the kids. Whoops. But that is another great option that you could add in here. If you didn't have everything bagel seasoning, then you could really add a little bit of onion powder or garlic powder, or like just go straight to sriracha. I mean, I love sriracha. I love something spicy, and I think it goes so well with like the creaminess of the avocado and the creaminess from that soft-boiled egg. So delicious. So you can see here, I'm just like smashing the avocado. Whoops, I'm breaking the rice cake too. I'm just smashing the avocado onto our little rice cake here. And you can add, I mean, really you could add as much avocado as you want. But there you go, just like that. And then we're gonna grab one of these beautiful eggs. So good. They've already been peeled, so I'm going to just slice it. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like on the inside as well. It's just perfectly cooked, and the yolk isn't like gray at all. Like I feel like sometimes when you do boiled eggs, sometimes the yolk can get kind of gray around the outside, and that means that it's a bit overcooked. So let me just show you. It's just perfectly yellow. Doesn't it look so good? Okay, so I'm gonna place these kind of artistically somehow. Trying to be my best artist here. Just placing them all around my beautiful avocado rice cake. Not avocado toast because it's not toast. Let me grab one more egg. This is so exciting. I'm really hungry, so I'm so excited to eat this. Okay, yum. Well, this one might be even better. Okay, because the yolk is a bit more soft, but it's gonna be, what's great about using the sous vide is that it just makes everything so tender. It's so good. Like, it's such a simple tool to use. And honestly, I thought that it would not be easy. I honestly thought that it would be really difficult to use, but it's not. And that's why I was so glad when my friend Jenna came out with that book, The Home Chef's Sous Vide Cookbook, because it just explained things so simply, and I didn't have to get overwhelmed with, you know, trying to figure out how to make this weird contraption work, because honestly, it's not difficult to use at all. Okay, so let me show you how we're looking right now. We have our avocado and our eggs on the rice cakes, and I'm just gonna top it with a sprinkling of this everything bagel everything bagel seasoning. I've used this on salads before too, if you guys have seen that, and it's so good. Okay, I can't use the sprinkle attachment, I have to use the big attachment. Okay, so more of it comes out because it's so good. Okay. Oh, this looks amazing. I am ready for lunch. And honestly, guys, let's see. We've literally made 2 meals, or 3 if you count our little freezer bag, in about 15 minutes. Less than 15 minutes. Let me show you what this looks like. Ta-da! Doesn't it look so beautiful? Oh, it's falling a little bit, but it looks so good, and the color kind of doesn't, you can't really tell the color, but it looks so delicious. Okay, guys, literally that is it. That is my awesome way to use smoothie ingredients and freeze them. It's my awesome way to use up some soft-boiled eggs. You can, I mean, this is such a versatile ingredient. You could literally use it on anything, but I'm so glad that we made these rice cakes here today because they look delicious and I can't wait to eat them. Yay! Okay, guys, literally that is it for today. Those are some awesome breakfast meal prep recipes. And what's really cool is that tomorrow we're going to be talking about lunch recipes. And my friend Randy was asking last week for some different lunch recipe ideas as well as ways to use up leftovers. So I'm pretty excited about sharing my tips so that you don't have to feel like you're eating leftovers all week. There's actually some really easy ways to transform those leftovers so that they're always interesting and delicious meals, especially at lunchtime. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me. Thanks, Anne. Thanks, Jackie. And guys, if you have any requests for what you'd like to see this week with a whole week on meal prepping recipes, make sure you comment below. And also make sure you go to my latest blog post, which is where I'm having my giveaway for that cookbook that I talked about, the Home Chef's Sous Vide Cookbook. I'm literally just giving a copy away for free because why not? And I love sous vide. So make sure you go sign up there. You don't need to do, anything except sign up for the giveaway and you could win it. The giveaway closes on Thursday. So make sure you get in there before Thursday so you can sign up. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. Have an amazing Monday and I will see you tomorrow. Same time, 1 o'clock Central. Okay, bye, guys.